It is 2 o'clock in the morning, and you are currently clinging to the absolute edge of your mattress. Your back is bent at an impossible angle. Your blanket has been completely hijacked, and 80% of your bed is occupied by a creature that weighs less than a suitcase. They are dead asleep, snoring softly, perfectly content while you contemplate the mechanics of spinal alignment. If you ask the average person why our dogs do this, they will tell you it is just a habit, or that your dog is simply seeking warmth. But they are wrong. What is happening on your bed right now has almost nothing to do with physical temperature, and it is certainly not a casual habit. It is a calculated multi-millennium decision driven by advanced neurochemistry and an evolutionary pact signed in blood and survival. Your dog is not just taking up space. They are executing a profound biological behavior that rewrites everything you thought you knew about your relationship. To truly understand why your mattress has become a battleground for space, we have to look inside the canine brain. Researchers at Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest decided to study exactly how dogs view their human companions, utilizing a famous psychological framework known as the Ainsworth-Strange situation. This test was originally designed to measure how human infants bond with their mothers, looking specifically at three behaviors: proximity seeking, separation distress, and reunion calm. When the scientists analyzed the canine data, the results were staggering. 61% of dogs relate to their owners using what psychologists call a secure attachment style. That is the exact same ratio found between human toddlers and their parents. When your dog insists on pressing their fur against your legs at midnight, they are not acting out of a needy desire to be coddled. They are using you as what developmental psychologists call a secure base. In the vast, unpredictable darkness of the night, your dog chooses to sleep beside you because their brain has categorized you as the safest entity in their entire world. This bond is not just psychological. It is fueled by a powerful chemical loop that alters the physiology of both species. In a landmark study published in the journal Science, researchers at Azabu University in Japan discovered a unique biofeedback mechanism between humans and dogs, driven entirely by oxytocin, the bonding molecule. When you look into your dog's eyes, your own oxytocin levels spike, prompting you to smile or pet them. That interaction causes your dog's oxytocin levels to surge in response, creating a self-reinforcing loop of trust and affection. To understand how extraordinary this is, you only have to look at a wolf. When the same experiment was conducted with wolves, even those raised by humans from birth and bottle-fed from day one, this chemical loop failed to activate entirely. A wolf sees human eye contact as a challenge or a threat, but your dog sees it as a lifeline. When you spend just 10 minutes in close physical contact with your dog before bed, cortisol levels drop sharply in both of your bodies. Your heart rate slow, your blood pressure stabilizes, and your nervous systems prepare for deep, restorative sleep based on a chemical handshake. This chemical handshake did not happen overnight. It was forged 15,000 years ago, long before the invention of agriculture, writing, or cities. Picture a world cloaked in ice and perpetual danger, where early humans gathered around flickering campfires while the silhouettes of megafauna lurked just beyond the light. In 1914, archaeologists in Germany unearthed a 14,000-year-old burial site containing the remains of an early human and a young dog. Upon closer inspection, scientists discovered the dog had suffered from canine distemper, a brutal and typically fatal disease, yet had been carefully nursed through 5 weeks of severe illness by its human companions before finally passing away. This was not a working animal asset. This was a family member. Geneticists have since discovered that this deep emotional connection is hard-coded into the canine genome. Dogs carry specific genetic insertions on chromosome 6 that cause extreme hypersociability, mutations completely absent in wolves. Humans did not merely domesticate dogs, so we literally rewrote their DNA to ensure they would feel an overwhelming genetic need to be near us, transforming an apex predator into a creature that cannot rest unless it can hear your heartbeat. This brings us to a fascinating scientific paradox that plays out in bedrooms across the world every single night. Data from the Mayo Clinic reveals that, objectively speaking, dogs disrupt human sleep cycles, causing us to wake up more frequently throughout the night due to their shifting, scratching, and snoring. Yet, contradictory psychological data, including a 2024 study from the University of Jyväskylä in Finland, shows that dog owners consistently report feeling more rested, secure, and relaxed when their pets sleep in the bed with them. The explanation for this paradox lies in a phenomenon known as heart rate variability co-regulation. When a bonded dog rests closely beside you, their autonomic nervous system begins to synchronize its rhythm with yours, creating a shared state of physiological calm. An unfamiliar human sleeping in the same bed does not trigger this deep somatic response, but a bonded dog does. Your conscious brain might register the loss of legroom, but your ancient, subconscious brain registers the presence of a trusted guardian, lowering your vigilance and allowing you to drift into deeper phases of REM sleep. While this nocturnal closeness is a beautiful testament to evolution, it also carries a profound responsibility, and there are times when a change in this routine demands your immediate attention. If your dog has spent years sleeping glued to your side and suddenly retreats to the floor, the living room, or a distant corner of the house, it is never a random choice. A sudden shift in sleeping proximity is one of the most reliable red flags for two critical health issues. First, it often indicates physical pain. The reluctance to jump onto a high mattress is frequently the very first detectable symptom of canine arthritis or hidden joint deterioration, as dogs will instinctively avoid surfaces that cause them discomfort upon landing. Second, it can signal a quiet cognitive decline. Approximately 35% of dogs over 8 years of age develop canine cognitive dysfunction, essentially a form of dog dementia. This condition systematically destroys their spatial memory and disrupts their circadian rhythms, leaving them confused in the dark and unable to find their usual place beside you. Paying attention to where they sleep is not just about comfort. It is a vital diagnostic tool for their well-being. When you look down at your dog tonight, wedged tightly into the small of your back or sprawled sideways across your pillows, you are looking at the culmination of thousands of generations of shared history. They did not end up on your mattress by accident, nor are they there out of simple convenience. Out of every person on Earth, every territory they could claim, and every comfortable surface available to them, their brain has pinpointed you as their ultimate sanctuary. Drop a comment below and tell me, what percentage of the bed does your dog take up tonight? While that physical closeness tells us everything we need to know about how dogs rest, it opens the door to an even deeper mystery about how they communicate when they are wide awake. Because the neuroscience behind why your dog stares directly into your eyes when you speak to them reveals a secret language that is even more mind-bending than the secrets of the night.